What's up, guys? Welcome back to another 2022 LEGO Star Wars early review. January 1st, we have a brand new microfighter. This is the Razor Crest. This is set number 75321, recommended for ages 6 and up. Comes with 98 pieces. And again, retails for $9.99 on January 1st. Front of the box, you do have graphics of the Mandalorian Razor Crest itself in microfighter version. All that cool stuff on the back here. You have some more graphics on the ground, also with the minifigure and stuff like that, as well as the newer stud shooters that we've also seen in a couple of sets previously. And yeah. Now, to be honest, microfighters for me really aren't that insane. I think for this one, obviously, we'll talk a little bit about the build, the minifigure it comes with. But for me, microfighters just aren't that exciting, but they are fun for those of you who do enjoy. Of course, I do want to give a huge thanks to LEGO for providing an early review for today. Of course, all opinions expressed in today's video will be of my own. So here we have it. I'd say the microfighter probably took about maybe 10 minutes to build. It's a super fast build. First, let's talk a little bit about the minifigure. Now, the minifigure on the box art, for some reason, looks very, very different from the one that we actually get. You can see here that he looks a little bit more dark orange. If anything, maybe a lighter shade of brown, but I have the minifigure in my hand here, and it looks exactly the same. There really isn't a different color. It's not like a lightly shaded dark orange or lighter brown. It's the same dark brown that we've gotten in the Trouble on Tatooine, so I'm not really sure why the box looks so drastically different here on the back. Maybe that was an error with the printing on the box or whatever that may be, but the minifigure is not new. It's the same exact one we've had. Now, that being said, the minifigure itself is great. I love this minifigure. I always have. You do have the gunmetal jetpack on the back here with some great arm printing and some wonderful metallic printing for the torso, for the knee pads, for the legs, and all that kind of stuff. There is no actual face, which I am disappointed by. Din Djarin does have a face. We've seen it before, and I would have loved to get a face instead of just a black headpiece. And then lastly, you do have the gunmetal Mandalorian helmet. Now, the Razor Crest itself is a little bit weird to me. Like, it looks like a Razor Crest, but then it kind of doesn't. I think the most iconic things here, of course, are the engines on either side. These are connected by Brix, which is a pretty standard connection, especially something you'll see a lot in microfighters. Detail is okay. There's nothing too crazy going on here. Of course, in the front, you have the cockpit with the two stud shooters on the side. Now, it is kind of cool. These stud shooters shoot them out like discs, which is better because it kind of goes farther. So if you are someone playing with them, you're going to get a little more mileage and distance out of these guys, which is kind of cool. Behind there, you do have the heads-up control panel, of course, the cockpit area, which does sit Din Djarin or the Mandalorian quite comfortably. And then behind him, you do have some smaller detail, including some different curved slopes, as well as tiles and stuff like that. An area that really kind of bothers me a little bit is this area of studs here. I would have loved to see some tile connecting it or just adding another plate across. I think that would have gone a really long way for adding some more detail to the microfighter. Now, the underbelly is pretty self-explanatory. You have the landing gear in the front as well as in the back, and nothing insane going on here. And you guys can see how small it fits in my hand. It's not something you're going to be using for anything else other than getting a small little dedication display towards a bigger ship. I mean, we've seen one for the Millennium Falcon that is still out right now, and this sort of does the same exact thing. And then also one last thing I forgot to mention, in the back here, there is a little opening door. So of course, like in the show, you do have the door that fully opens. I guess that's just a really cool detail that was included. So for $9.99, I gotta be honest, for me personally, I really don't see myself buying this. Now, what's great about the Razor Crest and about this microfighter is that it is gonna be the most affordable option to get a Mandalorian minifigure. We've seen the Mandalorian in a couple of sets, and I think the cheapest one that he comes in is either the $30 Trouble on Tatooine or the $30 Armorer's Mandalorian Forge. So this is obviously going to be a great option for those of you guys who are just looking to get the Mandalorian minifigure for a much more affordable price and while still getting a pretty solid Razor Crest build. Now, there's no immaculate detail on the Razor Crest. I think it definitely suits its purpose of being a microfighter for what is generally a much larger ship, but I think I'm most excited for you guys to be able to pick this guy up for a pretty solid price while still getting a really good minifigure. So thank you guys for watching my review of the Razor Crest microfighter. Again, this releases on January 1st for $9.99 here in the US. Let me know down below what you guys think. Is this going to be a day one pickup for those of you, or is this maybe something you don't even need because you already have a Mandalorian minifigure like I'm sure a lot of you guys do have? Again, for me, microfighters just aren't the most exciting thing, but I definitely still think it looks pretty solid for $10, and of course is a great option to get the Mandalorian minifigure for a much more affordable price. That's all we got for today, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Drop a like down below. Make sure you subscribe for more reviews coming up early here on the channel, and I'll see you later. Take it easy. Peace.